By the time you guys are watching this, the tournament may have already happened, but I am hosting the finals of my 2024 Mercenary South Sea League. South Sea Mercenary League, that is. Yes, it's been a while. I've had some absolute stuff going on in real life over the summer. Some of it I can't talk about. Basically, what I can say is there was a chance I might lose my day job, which is my primary source of income, of course, which would be very bad. I mean, I'd have to stop doing YouTube most likely. But instead, I got a promotion, which does mean I'll have to be spending more time on my day job, but I also get paid a little bit more, I think, which is always nice. But yeah, that's why the content has been a little bit uneven lately, why I haven't hosted the other portion of the finals, had some stuff going on there. But all's good on that front. Things are definitely looking up with the promotion, and yeah, I'm also working on some other projects. Nothing I want to talk too much about right now until I have something concrete to share. It does have to do with the D&D 2024 update, but again, not really going to share too many details until then. But anyway, be sure to tune in 9 a.m. Mountain Time, Saturday morning, whenever you're seeing this. I'm going to be hosting those finals. This replay is from Pigman. Today we're going to be having some Khorne power fun. Khorne, honestly, Karnak made Khorne into more of a Death Star than I initially anticipated, mainly due to his synergy with this guy right here and other big world beaters. Scarbrand, you know, with Karnak's abilities here, the ability to ensnare and do massive amounts of damage, silence, kind of rush down and disrupt with the summons as well, right? Just synergizes so well with Scarbrand. Scarbrand can, of course, pull people in with the Enrage, also just, you know, keep people locked into that silence aura. So the combination of the two of them is quite strong. Here against the Dark Elves, we've got some Marauders of Khorne dual hand weapons rushing in here, Minotaurs with great weapons as well, and some Chaos Warhounds. We've got some Chaos Furies of Khorne, and it looks like, yeah, they're getting hit by Morathi there. It's a little bit of Melkoth Mystifying Miasma. That magic resistance will help a bit, but should be enough with the extra damage from her spell mastery, of course. Did she actually take Great Arcane Conduit? No, that's insane, to be honest. But anyway, we've got Cold One Knights here, Dark Riders Repeater Crossbows, we've got Corsair Handbows, a very popular pick right now, very solid unit. Cold One Knights as well. And then, yeah, those are Dark Rider Repeater Crossbows. Looks like the Crows of Cain also got absolutely nuked in an engagement there. But Pigman pressing with Karnak into the second line here, pressuring Dark Riders, just wounding them, you know, debuffing their vigor and their melee defense. The vigor thing does kind of have a secondary effect of slowing them down over the time, the more hits he gets on them. But we see here, we're going to keep it in the wide view as these mobile units are going to push around the back of these handbows. They're going to have to reposition, sacrifice some of the Dread Spears into the Marauders of Khorne, which is a decent engagement for the Marauders, although the Dread Spears have good enough stats. They're not going to trade terribly, to be honest, given the Marauders' extremely poor melee defense. But anyway, we've got the Minotaurs with their anti-large bonus, also going against the anti-large Cold One Knights. Should be a bloody battle. Let's get in close on Morathi here. As she duels, not really duels, more brawls here with the Minotaurs, but with her supporting crossbows and with the Cold One Knights, it's looking like a pretty good engagement for Morathi, although she is taking a massive amount of damage, as are those Cold One Knights. Murderous Prowess going to kick off at a pretty opportune time, and Soul Stealer definitely going to be necessary to heal Morathi back up if the Dark Elf player doesn't notice here. But meanwhile, Karnak and Scarbrand just kind of going to town here, rushing down those handbows. Does look like Morathi was able to extricate herself, though, keep those crossbows firing in. Yeah, going for a kite build against Khorne is definitely interesting. I mean, the roadblocks of the spears have been effective enough, and we see here, again, especially with that Murderous Prowess, giving them a little bit of extra oomph. 33 attack, 42 defense. I mean, it's only 17 defense on those Marauders. Really quite poor, even though their attack stats are decent. They just tend to fall over pretty quickly, even against, like, the good defensive infantry, which Dread Spears certainly are. Very good, cost-effective. Karnak going to take some damage here. You got to be careful. He is very much glass cannon, but the summon is going to be pulled up at a key moment here to try and keep these skirmishers locked down. And Scarbrand rushing in here as well. And if he's got his Enrage, he could potentially go try and like pull Morathi down onto the ground and finish her off here. Let's see if he's able to pop that cooldown. If he's got it off of cooldown, perhaps. But the Minotaur is definitely suffering pretty badly. This other Cold One Knight came in here, is able to reinforce and kind of shore up this defense. The Repeater Crossbows also doing a nice job firing in. But the Warhounds Coming back from route here could be potentially useful. Oof, yeah. Khorne also taking some serious damage. Chasing the handbows is tricky because they do fire 360. They have really good damage overall. Just very solid DPS and accuracy, especially for a multi-shot unit up close. But Khorne right now, when he's sort of saturated in them, going to be a little bit safer, but we'll see as that unit tries to pull away once more. Got Morathi still just chilling here in the near ground. Has not been pulled down by Skarbrand to her doom. Skarbrand's now himself pressuring these handbows. Going to, again, take a little bit of damage in the process, but he has a lot more HP and armor than poor Khorne, so he can definitely take that a little bit better. Does pop his enrage there. That is going to use the cooldown a bit, but does use it to just nuke the handbows, as does the Sword of Khorne there. Blast to that unit of handbows. As Morathi's just, yeah, flying around. I don't know. Soul Stealers here, haven't seen too many. Maybe she's been using a lot of Milkoff's Mystifying Miasma, hasn't had the ability to regenerate the magic. The big reason why you need Arcane Conduit, not only for the spell mastery, but there's a Soul Stealer that is going to heal Morathi a little bit as she gets into combat and does some anti-large work against these Minotaurs with the very tattered Cold One Knights with like 200 HP in here. Very risky engagement for Morathi. Like, if she can get a leadership break here, that's great, but she might take some serious damage in the process, even against just a couple of Minotaurs. Well, let's see up close. It's a big attack there. The handbows are also here helping. We see a little bit of shots from the Repeater crossbow cavalry. It does look like they got the leadership break. Poor Morathi took some hits, but down below 1,000 HP. Not looking great there. But likewise for Pigman here, not looking great for Khorne. He is getting pretty low, and Khorne would be quite useful in the late game trying to snipe Morathi. It does look like he just used the Prey of the Blood God there to snare her in the air and just deal the damage of it, or he loses Khorne, so at least he doesn't completely lose out of value on that. But yeah, Khorne's leadership not going to hold up, as it is demonic. He's down like, yeah, very low HP. He pops, and now it's just Skarbrand. The question is, can Skarbrand carry against all these missiles? A lot of Corsairs, a lot of Repeater handbows left, so let's get a fast forward going, as this will probably take some time. Maybe. Skarbrand also might just use this Enrage very efficiently to burst down some of these Repeaters, who immediately run off the side of the map. Gets this other unit here, Morathi rallying her various units together, all extremely tattered, including Morathi herself. She's got to be very careful not to get too close, but does a little Soul Stealer there. Not going to do too much damage, but will heal Morathi ever so slightly and kind of keep her from routing. But yeah, Skarbrand, such a beast at this point. The Dark Elves are so tattered. Not real AP. I mean, handbows, decent damage, especially when they're full health, but tattered as they are, they don't have nearly the volume of fire they need to succeed in this situation. All three handbows were still totally healthy. I mean, Skarbrand would be hosed here, but they're not, so it's the way the game goes, right? And it's going to be a victory for Khorne. Very nicely done. Yeah, Black putting up a good fight here for sure, but very close at the end of the day. But I think, honestly, not taking Greater Arcane Conduit might have been what costed him here, because had he been able to get out more Soul Stealers, and especially a little bit more damage, a little bit more healing on Morathi, to keep her a little bit healthier in that late game situation, she could, honestly, with that support, potentially tangle, or at least, like, distract Skarbrand, maybe put a little bit more damage on him, again, with that Soul Stealer. I don't know, I'm just be curious if, Black, if you are watching, if you comment about your magic situation, like, did you find that you were kind of magic locked there, and you weren't able to get as many Soul Stealers as you wanted to, or I'm just kind of curious about that. But the handbows and the Repeater crossbows all did a pretty good job getting value. Yeah, handbows especially, really nice value. Over one of them basically doubles, very good stuff. Yeah, Cold One Knights, not quite as good as what you would want, but the rest, pretty solid overall. Dark Elf troops tend to be very cost-effective. As for the Marauders of Khorne, same can't be said of them. Skarbrand, actually, surprisingly, 10,000 damage dealt, only 1,200 value. Same for Khorne. Yeah, the Minotaurs also gets pretty good value, but not incredible. What actually, like, got insane value here? I don't know, I guess there was really big value on the one Sword of Khorne, which isn't reflected in any of the units, right? And likewise, the summon for Khorne, I think, also did some pretty good damage as well that's not reflected there. So, interesting stuff overall, but definitely a fun game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.